Okay, so um, we've got this story, Classroom Confessions, Love Lesson and Secrets. And it comes from Miss Kirby, who is a special education teacher.
Oh, wow.
And, she really wanted to kind of talk about workplace romance, but specifically the kind that happens in schools.
Okay, interesting.
It is a fictional story, but she says that, it mirrors what a lot of educators face.
All right.
And that is when teachers have a little something going on.
Uh-huh.
What happens when things go wrong?
Yeah, yeah.
What are the consequences?
Especially in a school environment.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So she sets this story in an elementary school,
Interesting.
which I think is really fascinating because it's a place we associate with,
Yeah.
innocence,
And
childhood.
right. And it just adds this whole other layer to it.
It does.
Like, stolen glances across a faculty lounge are one thing, but imagine those same glances happening in a hallway
Yeah.
with all these little eyes
Oh,
watching.
my gosh.
Yeah.
So, Willow Creek Elementary becomes this kind of pressure cooker where you've got these two teachers.
Yeah.
Mr. Carter Reynolds, he's this fifth grade teacher, very charismatic.
Okay.
And then you have Ms. Ava Sinclair.
Hmm.
She's the school's special education instructor.
Interesting.
And they find themselves,
Drawn to each other.
yes, attracted to each other.
Uh-huh.
But it's forbidden.
Oh, is there like a rule?
The principal has a very strict no interstaff relationship policy.
I can see why, yeah.
You can imagine why in a school setting.
Especially in an elementary school, yeah.
Right.
Makes sense.
But, rules are meant to be broken, or are they?
Sometimes. Right.
So Miss Kirby sets up this really electric moment during a fire drill,
Oh, wow. Okay.
which, how many fire drills have you been in?
So many.
They can be chaotic.
Yes, they are.
And Ava, out of frustration, just mutters under her breath, "This school is run by toddlers."
Oh, my God.
And Carter just bursts out laughing.
Ah, I love it.
And it's that shared humor,
Totally.
that
Yeah.
understanding
Yeah.
of the pressures
Yeah, they get it.
that sparks that connection.
It's smart that she used that as the scene, the fire drill,
Yeah,
because it is so chaotic.
it is.
It really does highlight those underlying stresses I think that teachers deal with.
And you don't really think about it.
No, you don't. But I've been in them and I've felt it.
Yeah.
It's stressful.
Absolutely.
So I like that she used that.
It brings them together even before.
Yeah, before the romance even
Yeah.
happens. Yeah.
And it does happen.
It does. Oh,
It does happen.
okay.
Their first kiss happens in the school parking lot
What? Oh, my God.
after a staff happy hour.
No way.
I know.
Oh, my gosh.
That's risky. And she really captures that. Like, we
Yeah.
shouldn't be doing this energy.
Right. Like the thrill of it,
Yes.
mixed with the fear of exposure.
Absolutely.
Uh-huh.
So, their stolen moments go from those quick glances to hushed conversations to these late night grading sessions
Right.
that turn into something more.
Oh, my gosh.
But of course, every stolen kiss, every rendezvous,
Uh-huh.
the risk gets higher.
Of course. Yeah.
The risk of getting caught.
Right.
So Miss Kirby throws in these close calls,
Okay.
like almost getting caught by the school secretary in the teacher's lounge.
Oh, no.
And then there's this scene with a second grader.
Oh, my God.
They're standing a little too close.
Oh.
This little kid walks up and goes, "Are you guys in love?"
Stop. That is so funny.
It's hilarious.
Oh, my gosh.
But it's that reality check.
Yeah.
Their secret is always on the verge of being exposed.
Right.
And Carter deflects the question, with humor.
Yeah.
But you can sense that.
Like the pressure.
The pressure, the paranoia
Yeah.
mounting.
Totally.
It's not just the romance, it's the fear of discovery,
Uh-huh.
the whispers, the looking over their shoulders.
Oh, okay.
And it starts to weigh on them.
Do you think that's almost more intoxicating than the actual romance?
Ooh, maybe.
Yeah, the secrecy.
The secrecy.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
The forbiddenness of it all.
Yeah. That's when you start to see the cracks.
Oh,
Because a jealous coworker
no.
tips off the principal.
Messy.
Yeah, I know. And so Carter and Ava are called into separate meetings.
Oh, my God.
Ava lies to protect them. Carter covers for her.
Yeah.
But the damage is done.
The trust is broken, right?
Yes, and that thrill is replaced by suspicion,
Yeah.
stress.
Yeah, it's not fun anymore.
Not fun anymore.
Right.
And this is when Miss Kirby throws in another curveball.
What's that?
Carter gets offered a promotion.
Ooh. Okay.
And of course, Ava expects him to turn it down
Right.
to prioritize their relationship.
Yeah, of course.
He doesn't.
Oh.
He accepts it,
Wow.
leaving Ava feeling betrayed and alone.
Ooh. That's gotta hurt.
This is the point. When work and love collide, it can have serious consequences.
Yeah.
And it's in a school, of all places.
Right.
And this is what Miss Kirby's trying to say.
Yeah.
Think carefully
Yes.
about the potential pitfalls before you jump in.
Before you jump in, yeah.
Head
New
first.
layers. Yeah.
But, she contrasts this with the reality that there are married couples that work together in schools.
That's true.
So we've got this forbidden romance, the secrets, the fallout.
Yeah.
But now we have to look at the flip side.
Right.
The married couples that somehow make it work.
Yeah. How do they do that?
What's their secret?
Yeah. What makes their experience different from Ava and Carter's?
Right.
I'm curious about that.
Me too.
Yeah. I think one thing that's different is the boundaries that they probably already have in place.
Yeah, because they've already figured out how to be a couple.
Yeah. Yeah.
So separating the work life from the home life maybe comes a little easier.
Yeah, exactly. And then there's less of that. Like,
Oh, will they, won't they?
yeah, will they, won't they? And like the fear of getting caught, they've got that stability and like a foundation of trust. So it allows them to really compartmentalize.
Right, right.
So they can be partners at home and colleagues at school.
Yeah, and because of those clear boundaries, they probably avoid
Yeah.
those, power struggles.
Yeah, definitely. And the jealousy.
Which is what we saw with Ava and
Right.
Carter.
Right, right.
Especially when you throw in, career ambition.
Totally.
Yeah, and then on top of that, you got to think about the shared experiences.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
They've faced challenges together, so they're better equipped to handle the stress of teaching.
And as a team.
As a team, right.
Totally. And they understand each other's world in
Yeah.
a way that Carter and Ava, never could.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So it's not just about the marriage certificate or the ring.
Yeah.
It's what it represents.
It is, yeah.
The commitment, the communication,
Yeah, definitely.
the shared history.
Yeah,
All of that becomes their strength,
it does, yeah.
especially in that environment.
I think that's really smart of Miss Kirby to point out, to
Yeah.
say, hey, this happens,
Yeah.
but be careful.
Be careful.
Move wisely.
Move wisely. Yeah.
Yeah.
And think about the school ecosystem as a whole.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not just you.
It's not just you.
And that's what I love about her story.
Yeah.
It's not about judging the people that do it,
No.
but it's asking us to think
To
What-
think.
what makes it work
Yeah, what makes it work?
or not work.
Right. What are the consequences?
What are the consequences, right?
Yeah. It's a good conversation starter, I think.
So we talked about boundaries earlier.
Yeah.
What are some specific examples
Sure.
that maybe these married couples have that Carter and Ava didn't?
I think things like not gossiping about work issues at home,
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
like maintaining that professional line,
Yeah.
even when you're married
Right.
to a coworker.
Yeah. Good point.
And then no PDAs.
On campus.
Yeah, on campus.
Keep it professional.
Keep it professional.
Mm.
And I think those boundaries
Yeah.
extend beyond the couple themselves.
Yeah, totally.
It affects how other colleagues
Right, yeah.
interact with them.
Because there's less room for speculation,
Yeah.
less awkwardness.
And schools are already
Oh my gosh.
ripe with gossip.
Yes, they are.
So you don't need to add fuel to the fire.
No, you really don't.
And she shows how quickly things can get out of control.
They can. Yeah,
So yeah, we focus a lot on the negatives,
we did.
but she does say there are couples that make it work,
There are.
There are,
Yeah.
She doesn't give us a magic formula,
Right.
but she says that having that strong foundation
That-
can
that's
make
so-
all the difference.
It really is.
So personally and professionally,
Yeah.
that seems to be
super important.
the key.
Yeah. I think that's a good takeaway for anyone.
Yeah.
Whether you're a teacher or not. If
Mhm.
you're thinking about dating a colleague,
Take a step back and be like,
assess.
yeah, do I have the maturity
Ah.
and the communication skills to set these boundaries?
Yeah.
Can I handle the fallout if it doesn't work out?
It's about knowing the risks
Yes, exactly.
and the rewards.
And the rewards.
And maybe sometimes
Yeah.
admiring from afar is the best option.
Sometimes, yeah.
And I think that's what she wants us to do.
To think critically.
To think critically
And for choices.
about our choices, right? And the impact they have on everyone.
Everyone involved.
Everyone involved. So
Yeah.
this has been a really interesting deep dive.
It
Her
has.
story has given us a lot to think about.
It has, yeah.
From the
The allure.
the allure of forbidden romance to
Yeah. The consequences.
the consequences when your personal life and your professional life collide.
And it's a good reminder that fictional stories
Yeah,
can offer, valuable lessons for our own lives.
it really is. And, beyond the drama and potential for heartbreak and all that,
Uh-huh.
there are those professional and ethical things to consider.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
She mentions how even just like a harmless flirtation
Yeah.
can make other staff members uncomfortable
Right.
or even raise concerns with parents.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah, I hadn't thought about that.
The parent perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're entrusting your kids with these people.
Yeah.
So any hint of that is gonna...
Yeah, it erodes the trust.
Yeah.
Big time.
And then there's rumors
Oh my God.
and gossip.
Which we already talked about in schools
Yes, exactly.
and how that can spread like wildfire.
Right.
And then the teacher's credibility is questioned. It's just,
Yeah, it can really damage their reputation.
it can be hard to recover from.
Totally.
So, yeah, potential for hurt feelings, damaged reputations,
Yeah.
ethical dilemmas.
Lots of risks.
She really lays it out there.
She does, yeah.
So it makes you think twice, right,
For sure.
about mixing business with pleasure.
Yeah, but, you know,
Yeah.
she does acknowledge that some couples do make it work,
Right.
especially the married ones.
Yeah, we talked about that strong foundation.
Right.
But what else?
What else?
Like,
Yeah.
what other factors can help them,
Yeah, I think experience has a lot to do with it.
Okay.
You know, couples who've been together a while,
Uh-huh.
they've weathered storms,
Right.
they've learned to communicate effectively,
Uh-huh.
and they have that deep understanding of,
Each other.
yeah, each other.
Yeah.
So they've built up that resilience,
Which you might not have
yeah, in a newer relationship.
in a newer relationship.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. And then
Yeah.
they also have that shared history outside of work,
Yes.
a life together
Yeah.
that can provide perspective.
Yeah. When work is trying to creep in
Totally.
to your relationship.
Yeah, that foundation is super important.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Yeah.
Both personally and professionally.
And I think it all comes back to her intention.
With this story,
Yeah, with Classroom Confessions.
it's a cautionary tale
It is.
to proceed,
With wisdom
awareness,
and awareness, yeah.
especially in a school,
Especially in a school, yeah.
because it's not just about you.
It's not.
And that's, I think, the biggest takeaway.
Our actions have ripple effects.
Yes.
And what might seem harmless
Right.
can actually have these unintended consequences.
Yeah.
Not just for us,
Yeah.
but for our colleagues
Our colleagues.
and the students
Yeah.
we teach.
It's a great story.
It is.
Really makes you think.
Yeah.
And Ms. Kirby did exactly what she set out to do.
Yeah. Spark a conversation.
Spark conversation about workplace romance and
Uh-huh.
the challenges that come with it.
Yeah. And, it's a good reminder that even these fictional tales
Mhm.
can help us, navigate our own lives.
So true.
Yeah.
Well, this has been a really great deep dive
It has.
into Classroom Confessions.
Yeah.
And we want to thank everyone for joining us.
Yes. Thank you.
And remember, whether you're a teacher or not,
Mm-hmm.
if you're thinking about taking a dip in that romantic pool at work,
Proceed with caution.
proceed with caution.
Boundaries.
Boundaries and awareness.
Awareness. Yes.
Thanks again, everyone.
Thank